You guys, welcome to episode 42 of the Big Messy Bun. Just finished teaching class. I seem to be having a bit of a pattern here, recording podcasts right after class. And it's because I think sometimes when you get moving and grooving, the ideas just start flowing. But this one, I just shared with our wellness community. So they got a little bit of a sneak preview into something that we're going to be doing. And you can do this from wherever. And you don't have to be a part of our fitness community, but if you want to have extra community accountability, connection, then you should reach out and join us because we're doing something that it just came up to me. Actually, a friend sent me an idea, and then I was like, oh my God, that's such a great idea. She sent it to me just before class, and then at my class, I finished teaching, and we were just having our post-workout chit-chat, and I'm like, guys, we're going to do something. For the last 90 days of the year, we are going to, so we got about 90 days left in 2025, and we are going to choose, listen up, you're going to choose one thing that you're either going to add into your life or take out of your life or work on, okay? So for the next 90 days. But there's a catch. There is a catch. I want this to be something that uplifts your heart, your soul, and your spirit. I don't want you choosing something that feels like punishment or that feels like agony. I want this to feel uplifting and good. I want you to be excited about giving yourself this gift of self-care, this gift of putting yourself in a position where you're like, I'm going to work on this thing, and it's going to feel good to work on this thing, whatever it is. I don't know what it's going to be for you. I know for me, something that I'd like to work on and that I'm going to start to commit to for the next 90 days is reading for 15 minutes a day. 15 minutes. That's it. If I do more, I'm just writing this down. Because sometimes ADHD, 15 minutes a day, I am going to read a book. And I have so many books, and I just got my newest book in, and I've already started reading this one. It's called The Menopause Moment, and this is like a guide, not just for menopause, but life. This is a longevity Bible right here. So if you have been hanging out with me for the last however many long years, whatever, days, maybe weeks, I don't know. This is from my friend Kelly Casperson. I was a guest on her podcast way back when, and I'm telling you right now, this is gold. If you want to treat yourself to one thing this year, go and order it now and get reading it. It is gold. So I'm going to get through that before 90 days, but I'm just sharing with you. That's something that I want to work on is 15 minutes of reading, and that's my thing. That's 15 minutes that I'm going to add that I've currently been doing hit and miss. Some days I binge read and then other days I don't. So for me, I want to consistently read 15 minutes a day. So that's the one thing I'm going to add. Now, other things came up in the class tonight and different things for different people, right? Different strokes for different folks. Do what you want to work on. So maybe there's one thing that you've been like, you know what? I really been putting this thing off or that thing off. Pick it and just work on it. And don't worry so much about it being, it doesn't have to be hard, but if it's one thing that you've been like just really wanting to do. Okay, this one came up. Protein. Guys, we're talking about the benefits of protein. I've been eating a high protein diet since I was in my 20s. I just have. I've had a very protein focused way of eating my entire life. Probably because I got into the gym scene very young, and I just knew that that's going to help build and maintain muscle. And so a lot of people struggle to get some protein requirements in. Maybe that's the thing that you get dialed in on for the next 90 days. Because we know that after 90 days of doing something, you're then going to create a habit. All of these things, when we look at longevity, all of these tools that we're trying to build on, they must become habitual so that they just happen, just the same as brushing your teeth, combing your hair, getting dressed, being a good human. This should all just be happening. It shouldn't have to be like you're starting over all the time. We want to find a rhythm and a groove. I talk a lot about responsibility on this podcast, about taking responsibility for yourself. And I'm telling you, when you do that, when you let go of this person or this doctor or that doctor trying to fix you, and you start seeing the things you can do, life gets a whole lot more interesting, and you will feel empowered by it. Instead of feeling like you're waiting for this person or this thing or that thing, you are going to put in the work, and you are going to take the next 90 days and get to know you. Ultimate self-care, right? When you dive in like that, it feels so exciting because you're working on this special project and it's you. So the thing that you choose for the next 90 days, think of it as a gift to yourself. Don't think of it as punishment. Think of it as a gift, something that you're doing for you to make you a healthier, happier, better human for you. And then those around you, everyone around you benefits. When you pour into your cup, everyone then benefits. It's a fact. You can't pour from an empty cup. Try it. Go try pouring a glass of water from an empty cup. You're not gonna. But if you pour that jug of water and it's overflowing, you can pour lots of cups. You can help fill other people's. And listen, it's not selfish to take care of you first. It is not. It really is not. When you start to put you first, and then think airplane mode. What's the first thing they tell you? You're traveling. I traveled with my kids lots when they were little. I traveled with my mom when she was sick. Always your mask first. They never say, yeah, put the mask on. Everybody in the freaking airplane and then maybe yourself. No, mask up and then help others. And that's no different in life. You fill your cup first, and then you can give to this person and that person. It doesn't just happen. Your cup will not just get filled. And so choosing now for the next 90 days, get excited by this. I want to hear what you choose. I want you to throw in the comments. I want you to reach out. I want to build this up, you guys. I think it's exciting to have a commitment to yourself for 90 days. Doesn't mean forever. But I'm telling you, after 90 days, if it's working for you, it's going to be so much easier to maintain it. I have my son, Jack. I have a son. I have a few sons, but Jack, I'm going to share with you guys, December last year, he decided to quit drinking for 3 months, 90 days. And then he got to 6 months. Now he's at 9 months. And he's like, I'm just going to keep going and see where it takes me. He said to me the other day, he's like, Mom, I haven't woke up one weekend, like a Sunday morning, and thought I would have had more fun if I drank. That would have been a better time if I was drunk. Not once. He says he's had a couple of times where he's kind of wanted, and actually his brother said, don't, like you're doing so good, like don't start now. You're on a good habit, a good routine, a good jag. He's doing it. And he started with just 90 days. Like he was like, I'm going to do it for 3 months. 3 months has led to 6. 6 has led to 9. And yeah, he's coming up to the hard season. This is why the last 90 days is so freaking epic, because you're hitting Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas. You're hitting a lot of things that, like, there's lots of temptations around you, right? If your thing might be reducing the sugar in your days or adding more fiber, or like whatever it is, look at it. Maybe yours is alcohol. I did an episode last week on it. And was it last week or week before? I think it was last week. I talked about my journey with not using and with using and what it was like. And so I'm telling you right now, like there's so many ways to live your life. And if you're doing something because the group, your people you're with are doing it, and you really don't really want to do that anymore, you'd like to step out of it, step out. Life is too freaking short to just do what everyone else is doing just because you've always done it that way. Step out, be a leader, and do that. I'm telling you, the people around you are going to be so inspired by you. They're going to be like, look at that person. She's doing this or he's doing that. And not that you need that recognition, but doesn't it feel good to be able to help others? There's something in the personal development world that when you start healing yourself, you then reach back your hand and help others along the way. And it's so beautiful. Tonight at my class, there was one of the girls who was not feeling well. And so she was able to do some of the class, but she couldn't finish the whole class. And then in our chat, we have the Zoom chat, everyone was like messaging this young girl, this like to feel better and everything else. And the one woman that started the messaging, she's a beautiful soul that lives out in BC. I've never met her in person. She's been coming to my classes for 4.5 years. Tracy, this is for you. She is a beautiful human who works so hard on her own life and her sobriety and her journey. Then she helps others along the way. It's so freaking beautiful how it all works. So she fills her cup. She takes care of herself. So then she can then help others along the way. So for the next 90 days, if you are sitting here listening to this and you're like, I do want to change. I do want to work on this thing or that thing. Maybe it's your sleep. Maybe it's more movement. Maybe you're like, I don't even move at all. Well, then let's start moving. Let's get that happening. You guys hear me all the time. Movement is medicine. This is preventative for our health, you guys. It's going to prevent diseases from creeping in and aches and pains and all that other stuff. Let's work on sleep. How's your sleep? We talked about sleep a couple weeks ago. How are you guys doing? Are you still setting multiple alarms? How's it going? Are you still hitting snooze? Let's look at these things and see what you can work on. Maybe you stop snooze for 90 days. Let go of snooze for 90 days, and then you're going to create the habit. Maybe it is flossing. I said to my class tonight, I don't floss nearly enough. I'm going to be flossing a little bit more now that I said it out loud. And of course, I told you I'm going to be working on reading. I love rereading books as well. For me, I love listening to things on repeat and reading things on repeat. It's part of the way I learn and absorb information. So whatever that looks like for you. But I'm going to ask you this, educate yourself. Did I ask that? That was maybe not the right word. I'm going to share with you that it's important to take responsibility. Educate yourself. Educate, educate, educate. And however that looks for you, on you, your health. I have a lot of women in the menopause world listening to this podcast. Get to know what is going on, okay? I've done an episode. Go back to episode 12, and we're going to talk about hormones. Now, hormones are part of the deal, right? But we've got to do those other parts. And the other parts belong to all of us. No matter if you're male or female, we've got to be moving our body. We've got to be drinking the water. We've got to be sleeping. We've got to be laughing. Got to get some fiber in there. You got to take a good dump every day. Like there's things you've got to be doing. I don't care what your gender is. All of that matters. But ladies, get to know if hormone replacement therapy is for you or not. Okay? A lot of people say, I know this is turning into a menopause episode, but I just have to just say this, that a lot of people will say, I'm just going to do it natural. Okay? Listen, eyeglasses were invented. Fillings for your teeth and dentures were invented. Hearing aids were invented. We replace shoulders, hips, bones in our bodies. Guys, we're replacing something our body once had. And let me tell you, get to know yourself and make that decision for yourself. Okay? Get the menopause moment. Get educated. Pick something for 90 days. Think of it as a gift to yourself. Don't think of it as punishment, but choose something that's going to improve your health in some way. Choose something that's going to move the needle in your life. Okay, that's a wrap. I went from teaching to here, and now I'm going to go eat and walk my girl. Happy hump day, you guys. You are listening to this on October 1st. And what a great time to start your 90-day gift to you. So I'd love to hear about it. Throw it in the comments. If you are liking this show and you dig it, I'd love for you to share this show. Share it, share it, share it. And if you don't follow it yet, follow, like hit the follow button, share the show, and yeah, throw a comment in here too. It helps people like myself kind of understand that you're hearing it. And that would really make my day really great. Okay, I got to run. Bye.